It's really funny when you approach women about sex, because so many women just completely blank you, which is of course slightly humiliating and demoralising. And others will suddenly will say, "Oh, that's fantastic," and they'll sit down and a cup of coffee or lunch or something, and then suddenly they're just straight into it, and you kind of think, wow. And you think you could tell people apart. It's a bit like, can you tell if someone's gay or hetero? I always think, well, I'm sure you can. You can't. You just can't pick these people out. So it's a bit like a lucky dip, and you have to be willing to approach women and have them shun you and have them ridicule you. You have to take all that humiliation in order to find those few women that will sit down and say, oh, what a relief, isn't it fantastic to be able to actually talk, sensibly. So anyway, Caroline was one of those women. She was a lovely looking woman. She was 39, she was an ex-model, so to die for. But she explained to me similar story to Rose, really, that she'd had a boyfriend from early days, 16, 17. Then she had a bit of a gap, and she said she discovered masturbation when she didn't have a boyfriend. And when she went back to sex, she found that she'd used clitoral stimulating herself with a man. But she did comment that a lot of men weren't happy for her to do that. And I thought, it's just an interesting perspective, that men sometimes have this conviction that it's their job to make this happen for a woman. And the idea that she's got to do it for herself, well, then they feel that they're not performing, or they're not sort of providing the pleasure that they feel it's their job to do. I mean, obviously a lot of these things are emotional and things you can't change about the way you feel. But it's just interesting the impact it might have on women actually enjoying pleasure. In my book, I get people write to me and say, is it all right to do X, Y, Z with my wife? And I say that, I'm a very liberal person, but the way I see it is, if you're two adults and you enjoy doing something and you're having fun and you're married, for heaven's sake, what does it matter? Why worry? But then I'm not religious, and I don't have, these perhaps concerns that other people might have, which I fully respect. But I think that it's about balancing sexual pleasure versus your own moral beliefs about who you are as a person and how you feel about your relationship. So for everyone, it's a very personal balance.